Hello everyone, it's Kathy Koliakova with pepperitmarketing.com, and today I'm going to show you how to find new Twitter folks when you're going to a conference. I'd recently done an article on how and different steps that you can take to find and connect with people when you're going to a conference, but now I'm going to show you exactly how to find and follow them on Twitter once you're there or ahead of time or even after the conference. So let's get started, and I'm going to go over to my Twitter account here. So I was recently at a conference in Boston, Massachusetts, the conference for Academy of Dietitians and Nutritionists, and the conference was called FNCE. So it was the Food Nutrition Conference and Expo is what it stood for, and the hashtag that they used was FNCE. So one of the things that I did before I left for the conference was I looked up the hashtag and I would find and connect different people that were using it. So when I do a search, I enter the term into the search button and it comes up with the top tweets first. So instinctively it's going to give you the top tweets, and the difference between that and the latest ones is some of the top ones are considered top because they've got more likes or more retweets. So if you want to see the most current activity, you'll hit the latest ones. And so in here, you can see different people that are using the hashtag, so they've most likely been to, going to, or attended the conference, depending on when you're doing the following. So then you can simply click on them, on their name, on their Twitter username, and their profile comes up and it lets you know quickly if you're following them or not. So that person I was following, this person I'm not, so I could actually click and follow if I wanted to at that point. So it's a very simple way to go through there and do that as well. Here's another one I can click and follow. Now another way to find out is through notifications. So one of the things that happened with me is I was actually speaking at this particular event. So on the day that I was speaking, there was all sorts of tweeting and posting happening online. So afterwards, what I did was I went into my notifications, and you can pull up the different conference or the different tweets that are actually happening that where people messaged you or retweeted you, liked your tweet, or followed you. So within here, I can see instantly, that there's somebody here that retweeted something I was mentioned in, and it has the hashtag. So when I hover over her profile, I'm already following. So there's another person here. I'm not following that person. So I'm looking at his bio, and it does look like I would want to connect with him because dietitians are in my target market. So, whoops, it moves fast here. So I'm just going to click follow on his profile. So you can go through all of these different tweets, look for some of the content pieces that people are retweeting that might have mentioned the hashtag for the event that you were at, and then click and follow certain people. Now I can see this person here is not a dietitian, so I'm not actually I'd probably spend a little more time later and determine if that was somebody I wanted to follow back. This one is definitely somebody, I can tell that Michelle was at our event because she's got a picture of one of our slides from the conference, so I would definitely hover over her profile, and I'm actually already following her. And you can see that I've already liked the tweet that she posted out there. That's another thing that you should be doing when you spend this time, is make sure you acknowledge all of the comments and tweets that happen, especially if you were a speaker at the event. Okay, so that's a really key part of this. You also can look at some of the other people that are mentioned in the different tweets and mentions, because it's not all your stuff going out there, so they could be connecting with or mentioning some of their friends that may also be someone that you'd like to connect with. So it's a very simple way to go through this. Then the last piece you want to do is, once you've gone through and you've retweeted, connected with the people that you want to connect with, what you should also do when you're doing this, I like to sort and organize the people as I follow them into a list. So I have a list for dietitians in this case. So when you follow a person just by hovering here, you don't have the option to put them in the list. So I have followed Hannah at this point. What happens when you follow them, they get added into your followers list. And the neat thing about the followers list on Twitter is that it goes in by the last amount of people you followed first. Whoops. Following. So I want to click on the following. So these are the people I have followed, and they show here in the latest order that I clicked on. So Hannah was the last person here, and you can see that I'm following her. So what I do is I go back to this list of people I'm following, and then this is where I go in and add them to the different lists. So I just click on their profile, or on the little gear button by their profile, click on the list that I want them in, and in they go. And because this list in particular is a public list that I have, they're going to get a notification that I've put them in this list. The beauty of this, we'll go into just another little detail here, is that if somebody wanted to follow all the people that I have in a list, they can certainly do that. You can follow other people's lists without having to be involved in the list creation. So if somebody else has a list that I'm interested in the people that are in that, I can just click and follow that list as well. And I do that with several things. So you just go through here and make sure you've added everybody to the list you want them in, and then you're all done. And so that's a fabulous way to go in and make sure that you are connecting with the people that you might have met, or the people that might have talked to you at a conference or interacted with you or been in part of your presentation. So it's always a good way to make sure you can make as much as connections as you can and get networking with the people that you met at that conference. So I'm hoping this helps you out with quickly finding and following new Twitter folks that you may have met or interacted with at a conference. And if you're looking for more information on using social media and online marketing for your business, please connect with me at pepperatmarketing.com.